Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and thank you for being here with me today. This is Retirement Briefing, the place where we slow things down, cut through the noise, and talk honestly about what's really happening with your money, your benefits, and your future. If you're retired, close to retirement, or living on a fixed income right now, you're exactly where you need to be. Take a breath, get comfortable, because this update matters more than you might think. Now, let me say this right up front, because I know many of you clicked on this video with a lot of questions and maybe even a little anxiety. There has been a lot of breaking news, bold headlines, and emotional reactions flying around lately, especially when it comes to Social Security, cost of living increases, possible stimulus-style payments, and how all of this affects seniors. Today, I want to calmly and clearly walk you through what's actually happening, what has changed, and what this really means for you and your household. No hype, no scare tactics, just facts explained in plain English. Here's why this update is so important for retirees and seniors right now. Inflation is still squeezing household budgets. Grocery bills are higher than they were just a few years ago. Utility costs haven't come back down the way many hoped. Prescription prices remain a constant concern. And for millions of Americans living on Social Security, SSDI, or a modest pension, there simply isn't much room for error. When policymakers talk about adjustments, payments, or new economic plans, those decisions hit seniors first and hardest. That's why you deserve clear information, not confusion. Now, let's talk about what's actually developing and why it has seniors paying attention. Over the past several weeks, there has been renewed discussion at the federal level about economic relief, cost of living pressures, and how to support low and middle-income Americans, including retirees. At the same time, agencies like the Social Security Administration and Medicare are preparing for upcoming adjustments that will directly affect monthly income and healthcare costs going forward. None of this exists in a vacuum. It all connects to how you pay your bills, how you plan your month, and how secure you feel day to day. One of the biggest questions I've been getting from viewers is about income stability. Many of you have told me, very honestly, that even a small change in your monthly benefit makes a real difference. An extra $100 can mean the ability to fill prescriptions without stress. It can mean keeping the heat on without worrying about the next bill. It can mean saying yes to helping a grandchild instead of feeling guilty that you can't. That's why these updates matter so deeply. Let's start with Social Security, because for most seniors, this is the backbone of monthly income. Social Security benefits are adjusted periodically to reflect cost of living changes, but those adjustments are based on formulas that don't always match real-world expenses seniors face. Housing, food, healthcare, and insurance tend to rise faster than the general inflation measures used in official calculations. That gap is something many retirees feel every single month. While Social Security continues to send out payments on schedule, the conversation in Washington right now is focused on how to make those benefits stretch further, especially for people who rely on them as their primary or only income. Now, here's what this really means in practical terms. If you're receiving Social Security retirement benefits, SSI or SSDI, you are not required to do anything differently right now. Your payments continue as scheduled. There is no application, no sign-up, and no special form required just to keep receiving what you already get. That's important to say clearly because scammers thrive on confusion, and I don't want anyone feeling pressured or frightened into making a mistake. At the same time, policymakers are openly acknowledging that fixed-income Americans are under pressure. That acknowledgement alone doesn't pay bills, I know, but it does matter. When leaders publicly recognize a problem, it increases the likelihood of targeted solutions, whether through benefit adjustments, tax relief, healthcare changes, or one-time economic support measures. This is where seniors need to stay informed, but also grounded. Let me give you a real-life example that many of you have shared with me. Imagine a retired couple living on Social Security and a small pension. Their mortgage may be paid off, but property taxes keep rising. Their grocery bill is noticeably higher than it was even last year. Their Medicare premiums come out automatically, and then there are copays, dental work, vision costs, and medications that aren't fully covered. On paper, their income hasn't changed much, but in real life, their purchasing power has shrunk. That's the reality behind these discussions. Another example I hear often comes from seniors living alone. A widow or widower receiving one Social Security check has to cover rent, utilities, food, transportation, and healthcare on a single fixed payment. There's no second income to lean on. When prices rise even modestly, it can feel overwhelming. That's why every update, every policy discussion, and every potential adjustment deserves careful attention. Now, let's talk about what not to do, because this is just as important. Do not panic. Do not assume every headline means immediate money is coming or that benefits are being cut. And absolutely do not give your personal information to anyone claiming they can speed up payments or unlock extra benefits for a fee. The Social Security Administration and Medicare do not operate that way, and anyone telling you otherwise is not looking out for your best interest. Instead, here's what you should be doing right now. First, make sure your information is up to date with Social Security and Medicare. If you've moved recently, if your banking information has changed, or if your contact details need updating, take care of that directly through official channels. This helps ensure you don't experience delays or complications with future payments or notices. Second, review your monthly budget honestly. I know this isn't always comfortable, but understanding where your money is going gives you more control, not less. Even small adjustments can reduce stress. Sometimes it's not about cutting joy, but about finding balance and avoiding surprises. Third, stay informed, but choose your sources carefully. Not every video, post, or headline is designed to help you. Some are designed to scare you or grab your attention. Here, on Retirement Briefing, my goal is to explain what's real, what's pending, and what's speculation, so you can make decisions based on facts, not fear. Now, let me bring this all together, because I don't want to leave you feeling uncertain. The bottom line is this. Seniors and retirees are front and center in today's economic conversation. Rising costs are real, and they are being acknowledged at the highest levels. While not every proposal becomes reality, the focus on protecting low and middle-income Americans, especially those on fixed incomes, is stronger than it has been in years. That matters. You may not see overnight changes, and you shouldn't plan your finances around rumors or unconfirmed promises. But you should know that your situation is being discussed, measured, and debated, and that gives you a voice even when it doesn't feel like it. Staying informed, cautious, and prepared is the best position you can be in. Before I wrap up, I want to say this directly to you. If you're feeling stretched, worried, or tired of trying to make everything add up, you're not alone. Millions of Americans are feeling the same way, and there is no shame in that. You worked hard, you contributed, and you deserve clarity and respect when it comes to policies that affect your life. If this update helped you understand what's really going on, please take a moment to like this video. It helps this information reach other seniors who need it just as much as you do. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future updates, because I'll continue breaking these developments down in a calm, clear way right here on Retirement Briefing. Thank you for spending this time with me today.